I know for a fact that for some odd reason, there's two segments of those trees like that. It's like that because I used to notice them every day when I'm driving under more normal conditions. Even though I was under these adverse conditions, I still was aware of where I was at and what scenario I was looking at because I knew the scenario because I drove it so many times. All right. I made another adjustment to beat this second set of trees that is synonymous with the first set. They look that identical to each other, but it is two different placements. Okay, I made the same adjustment with the wheel to stop from crashing into the second set of trees, and the same thing happened again, except this time the car flipped over and rolled door over door. And this is what was ironic about it, because this time the road had a horseshoe curve. And I swear to you, man, that car flipped over and rolled over and stayed on the same contour of the road. It actually flipped and rolled and followed the road around and did not fly off the road again. And then, listen, man, I swear I'm not making this up. Listen what happened. This freaking car gets back on the other side of the road and starts going faster backwards again than it ever went forward. I'm getting ready to smash into a set of trees again, but these trees are not in a curve. They're in a straight line. Okay, I see these things coming. I make another adjustment. I go back on the road, spin out onto the road, and then goes down a steep embankment and slam up into the side of the mountain that's adjacent to the cliffside. In other words, I'm on the big part of the rock, and I'm backwards, facing up to the road. I done went down a little ravine and smashed down in the bottom of the ravine up against the mountain wall, right? Now listen, man, I swear I'm not making this up. I'm telling you the God truth. I get out of the car, and when I get out of the car, I hear crickets. Squeak, 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 because it's about 6:30, 7 o'clock at night. So I hear nature. And I'm looking around and I'm trying to get my senses together. I'm saying, what the fuck, right? Believe me, that's what my mind is thinking. So my mind says, you know what? You just died. Because you know you did not survive that accident. If you walk down this road far enough, you're going to find your body. That's what my brain tells me, right? So I go on a little quest to look for my body. I'm sitting here so convinced that I'm in the spirit world, and my brain is saying, go find your body. So I started walking down the highway to look for my body, and I guess I walked about 20 yards away from the car. And something just said, turn back and look at... I was so in a daze, man, that when I got out of the car, it never dawned on me to look at the car. This is what my brain was at. It was so complex. So I started walking away from the car, and then I got that distance, and I stopped, and I looked back at the car. And when I looked at the car, the door was open from when I opened it and got out. And I could look into the car, and I could see the dome light in the car. I could see my little artifact sitting all inside of the car. And I looked, and I was looking inside of the car, and nothing was changed. My water jug was still sitting upright. Everything about the car looked like none of that shit had happened. And I couldn't understand it. But here's what was real crazy. It didn't have not one scratch. Not one scratch, man. Not one freaking scratch. Okay, now watch this. I was looking at the car, and then all of a sudden I looked up at the moon. And there was a crescent moon with that little star right up under it. And when I looked at it, it had a light glowing off of it. And this voice spoke to me, and listen to what it said. It said, I am God, and only I can do that. I swear to you, man, that's just what it said. And then it said, you are my prophet. And when it said that, I remembered what happened when I was in that movie in Hollywood, with the Hawaii thing, with that Bruce Willis movie. I was thinking about how the voice spoke out in that building and told everybody, this is like my servant, and you better not fuck with him.
It didn't happen on June 27th, 1993 or 94, did it?
I don't remember, man, but this is what I do remember. Okay. I remember, man.
You were in Hawaii. Were you in Hawaii in 94?
I might have been, yeah.
Yeah, it might have happened that night.
No, this was in 2000. It was in 2000 when this happened, because when we did that movie in 2003, that's when all the weird shit started happening. But wait, the UFO stuff started happening to me way before that movie. I told you what happened to me in that movie. That shit is what really made me start knowing that I was on some different vibrations. But then my mom's genetic memory bank started opening back up, and I started remembering things when I was a little kid, when I used to do stuff and disappear in front of people. When people come, and I'd be so scared and I don't want them to see me, and I just imagined that they couldn't see me, and they wouldn't see me. And I just kept thinking when I was a kid, I was saying, how the fuck did he not see me? I did it to police so many times. The police, Man, I swear I'm not lying to you. I couldn't understand it when I was a little kid. But when, like, say the police is chasing you and you go somewhere and hide. They used to come in and shine their flashlight right at me. One guy, he was black. He was a black policeman. And I was in the garage hiding. I had did some crime when I was a kid. And he chased me in the garage, man. And I was standing right there busted. I knew I was getting ready to go to jail. This dude looked right at me and shined his light at me and looked right in my eye, man. And I looked right at him. And there was another white cop with him. And he said, "Is he in there? Is he in there?" And the policeman said, "We code 4 in here." And he turned around and left. I swear to you, man. And he looked me right in the eye and didn't see me. And it wasn't like he had gave me a plane because it was a black on black thing. Them black police will beat your ass quicker than the white ones. You know that.
Oh, hell yeah, I saw boys in the
So the thing was, I just wanted him not to see me so bad, man. I had a special anointing power in me, man, that made him not see me. I've always been that way. You want to hear something, man? Listen to this. I got things that live in my house with me, man.
I know you do, man. You got the energy with you.
Man, I'm telling you, these things are light. They're light. They moved the other night and moved the rag.
Light beams. Are they like little light bulbs? Like little balls of light?
They look like little lights. They be from real bright white to real dark black. Now, at first I was thinking I have, you know, maybe you got high blood pressure or something, but I don't have high blood pressure. These things do weird shit. They make the rag move. When I was in Hawaii, they used to hide stuff from me. Those Hawaiian people call them the mini hoonies. I know what they are, man. They are impulses of electricity, man, that's points of melanin.
Hold on, I got a call coming in. Hold on 1 second.
Hey, yo. What I was going to tell him is that those lights are impulses of electricity that comes from the thought realm. People, Bobby Hemmett was saying that people can have what you call psychic spies. Well, I was just elaborating on what Bobby Hemmett was saying about psychic spies. Did you hear him saying how I don't think that's the case in my house. I believe that what's in my house is the same form of energy that he was talking about psychic spies, how you could use the electromagnetic spectrum to work in your favor. You just got to know how to do that. You got to have your vibration so clear. That comes from not eating meat. When you don't eat meat, you can have your vibration so clear that your energy from your mental thought can actually create templates for things to ride on. And when you start
creating... Let me show you what I did.
What?
I had let me show you what I did. My neighbors have gardens all around. They're growing their hot peppers and tomatoes and shit.
Right.
And so they leave the water on at night. They leave the water on all the time. The landlord is mad because they're watering their gardens.
Right.
But the mosquitoes are in those puddles of water.
Right.
So I just, I brushed my aura and I said, the insects obey me. I don't want the mosquitoes coming in my house.
Right.
Then I brushed my aura again and I said, I don't want the flies coming in. I said, I want the ants to stay on the outside of the wall.
And you can do it.
Dude.
Yeah.
The mosquitoes don't come in. The flies buzz around the door. They don't fly in.
I know, you can do it.
The ants stay on the outside.
You can do it. We can do that. As melanated people, that's what I was going to explain. Our melanin gives us that type of power on the earth. That's the reason why there's lead on this earth, because they had to bring lead here to kill us. Did you know that?
They did. Oh, wow.
Look, let me explain. They don't tell you this. Listen, man. They don't mind lead.
That's what blocks the kryptonite.
That's our kryptonite. That's absolutely right. That is a metal that is not synonymous with the earth.
Oh, that's it, lead, huh?
They bring it from somewhere else. That's why I tell you they have help. They have help in dealing with us. Otherwise, they couldn't be able to control us the way they do. But they got help. They got some supreme knowledge other than what their conception of. Their consciousness is not supreme enough for all these techniques of manipulation that they come up with. This is some real ancient intelligence shit that we dealing with. You understand? The Bible itself tells you fighting principalities of high places.
What if they have moved to other planets and turned them into deserts?
Of course, plenty of times.
Turned into a desert.
Plenty of times. Plenty of planets.
We have to stop them.
Look, let me explain something to you that people don't understand. The smallest speck of dust that you can find is a planet.
Wow. The smallest speck of dust you can find
Is a planet.